Hello, traders. This is Michael coming to you from GammaEdge with our pre-market morning strategy and briefing session on Monday, November 4th. We're going to jump right into it. Three pillars here at GammaEdge: sentiment, structure, and trend. We start with the trend. It continues down. Bolded CT is below the moving averages, and then we are below the ribbon. So again, continues to be a risk-off environment. We look to sell all rallies, move back up. We did see the cumulative filter tick expand to the downside, negative on Friday. So institutions were selling and involved. And again, the filtered tick was to the downside and negative. Quick snapshot, obviously it looks lower. Just glancing at this, red across the board for our market trend model. And it was as well as our true delta zero, true gamma zero. So again, risk off continues throughout the overall market and trend. Jumping right into the SPX full complex, we did see a slight improvement in the left-hand plane today, call dominated below spot price there, but we continue with the right-hand plane put dominated, not expecting price to move up significantly, unless we see that OTM call speculation in the right-hand plane. We see the change day over day, slightly better in the left-hand plane, but no change in the right-hand plane. We do need to see that OTM call speculation out of the money calls continue to come in for price to appreciate significantly. GEX transitions lower. Again, this is a bearish look. As the transition lowers, DEX transition is also lower. Notes and observations here. We did cover the pre-market spreadsheet that Taylor's been producing in open mic, so make sure you check that out on the video. They went kind of line by line, some of the enhancements and some of the areas to look at. Other key levels, you'll note COTMC is lower, plus GEX is lower. Obviously, that is bearish. We did see COTMP just slightly higher. Those anticipatory puts coming slightly up under spot price, a little bit lower there. So we'll see that change today. SPXP full complex, all expiries turned on. Transition extremely wide. We've talked about this really for the past week and a half. That is extreme uncertainty in the market when you have this wide of transition. Put dominated above and below spot price. We see that 5,700 obviously is a significant level to the downside. We've tested that multiple times, and we'll continue to watch that as kind of that line in the sand. If we get below 5,700, we could see some significant weakness to the downside, possibly 5650. We do have some in-the-money calls, some positive delta below us, but just not a significant amount. So we'll continue to watch that. Transition above 5750, we've discussed that level. We need to get above that to have any opportunity to move up towards 5800. But really, that's not the expectation unless we see a significant change in the overall sentiment and structure, and obviously the trend versus the market trend model. We need to see that change pretty quickly. SPX delta balance projected below zero, -1 really across the board. So we continue to see the weakness and put speculation in control. Again, we do see that left-hand plane projected to be around zero. That's that slight improvement I discussed in the first market snapshot there. But we do not see the right-hand plane projected out anything above zero. So we'll continue to watch this. The weakness continues to persist throughout the week. Again, post-election, we'll see what happens, but we do see weakness persisting as of now, at least for the week. SPY continues. We do see that left-hand plane improvement, but right-hand plane, again, below zero and delta balance at 1. So just not a significant amount of OTM call speculation to drive price higher. Qs slightly better. We do see the delta balance improve a little bit, but we see the left-hand plane above zero, but the right-hand plane again below zero still. So OTM call speculation not present. And basically this is just the OTM puts most likely closing, exposing some of those in-the-money calls, but really not a significant amount of increase in the left-hand plane in those ITM calls either. IWM continues weak, everything below zero, so really nothing to say there. GEX ratio, we did come down to that 0.8 and got that bounce that we were looking for. We discussed on Friday, but you can see the candle, really sellers, we came in, we pushed higher, and then sellers took control very quickly on Friday. So that gives you that really tall wick there. That's not really a bullish looking candle. So we'll see how we handle these GEX ratios down here. Obviously short dated puts, swamping short dated calls. We do see that quick monetization event, most likely from the puts closing. as we saw via the vol-m on Friday, but we do not see the OTM call speculation or significant call speculation come into the market to drive price higher. And the GEX ratio continues to stay down lower towards that 0.8 and below 1. So the 0DT for today, put dominated above and below spot price. Again, transition is narrow, which is good and unambiguous. 57.50, I think we've beat that into a pulp really the past week. Extremely important level to get above and stay above. Thesis for me we'll go over, but I would anticipate some sort of rejection up into 57.50, even 57.60 where PGEX is at. That'd be an opportunity to short if the MTM continues down, possibly down towards 57.25, 5700. We'll continue to watch that. Just a significant amount of in the money puts overhead, just totally dominated, as you can see by the red negative net delta. So we'll have to push price significantly higher for the fear component to take over of those in the money put holders. But remember, as day goes on, if we go sideways, which is most likely, charm will continue to grow on these in the money puts overhead, and it'll just be difficult to push price up. Again, volatility within the overall drunken sailor range, but it'll be difficult to advance the overall structure and market much higher. The SPX 0DT quick snapshot. Again, we improved on the left-hand plane. Most likely OTM calls went OTM puts went ITM. Probably saw some monetization. Now we're just exposing those ITM calls below us. Just not a significant improvement though. Net GEX came down slightly. GEX transition did on 0DT get move a little bit higher, but just not a significant amount. So we do see a slight improvement on 0DT, but in the overall structure and sentiment and trend, just not enough improvement, most likely to advance price significantly higher. SPXP net stat for command for today, right-hand plane, you can really see that kind of dug in, 57.50 in the money puts, almost 10 to 1, just a significant amount versus the in the money calls. So that's going to be very difficult to move up. Again, could happen if we see some sort of monetization event, but just not anticipating that today. These are pretty well dug in on the upside at 57.50, and then we see 57.25 in the money calls. These are very weak. If we start getting below 57.25, easily see 5700 would probably most likely be where I'd anticipate us to see some stalling action. You see the charm, obviously, in the money puts greater than out of the money puts. So we'll continue to see those decay and be a weight overhead. So that's kind of the thesis. So let's jump in the trading view. We covered a lot of stuff really quickly, but we'll go ahead and jump in my thesis for today. So quick pro tip on TradingView, if you didn't know, you can actually right-click, copy and paste charts to drop into TradingView, and you can overlay these. Obviously, I've overlaid the net stat command. I've overlaid our market snapshot. So you can have those handy, and then you can change those out throughout the day if you like to do that. You could also overlay vol-m command on this if you want, a snapshot of vol-m, but I just like to keep this handy to start the day. And then I'll change it out maybe around noon, at least the net stat command, just to get an overall look and view. So just a quick tip if you need to know how to do that. But yeah, you can paste anything onto TradingView, which is nice if you have TradingView, and just keep it handy there. So looks like we're going to open at 57.30. Bottom of the drunken sailor range is right there. If we find some weakness at the open, I'd look for a move down towards this previous low from Thursday, and the basically the opening on Friday. If we get below 57.16, just on a TA standpoint, I'd look for 5700. We do have COTMP in there. If we move up, definitely look for a rejection in transits 57.55, 57.50. That'd be an opportunistic short. If we do get above in trans, then I'd look for that 57.75 previous level from Thursday price action where we failed on Friday. That may be difficult to get over. And then if we do, obviously, I would look for 5,800. But again, the caveat is this is the overall drunken sailor range. Could be volatile and just push around versus 0DT positioning. So we'll watch the vol-m command and see what the slopes look like. I'm really not anticipating much price action today. Pre-election coming into Tuesday, obviously everybody knows that. So my advice would be less is more, and maybe not even trade today. Put your thesis out, write it out this morning, let the market go. and see if it matches your thesis. This would be a good day for education. Review the GammaEdge framework, review the open mic, listen to some videos, and just watch overall price action. And don't try to be a hero today heading into tomorrow. Anything can happen tomorrow. Most likely, probably not going to see a resolution tomorrow night. So there could be some volatility overnight. So just don't put yourself in a position where you're going to have significant risk on. Wait till the market sorts itself out and we get a direction that is tradable. And if that's to the upside for you, then wait till the market trend model changes and the overall sentiment structure and trend. And if you do like to do butt in the seat, 0DT trades, I think it's probably going to be pretty difficult today. So that's my thoughts. So, all right, everybody, that's it for this morning. We'll see you in the Discord in a few minutes, and thanks.